Ky Bowman is probably a name that most NBA fans don't know, but since Steph Curry got injured, Bowman has been filling in at point guard for the Golden State Warriors, and despite a very bad start to the season, he has been one of the few bright spots for the organization. In today's video, we talk about Ky Bowman and who he is, how good he could become. Let's get right into it. Ky Bowman grew up in Havelock, North Carolina, and he was a two-sport star for Havelock High School. Dude was a stud at football and at basketball, and with football, he originally committed to play D1 football at the University of North Carolina, and he even had offers from many D1 powerhouse programs, including the University of Alabama. So not only could this guy get buckets, he was also a stud on the football field. However, despite originally committing to the University of North Carolina for football, some issues happened, some things went on. If you want to learn more about that, then look it up yourself. I'm not going to explain it all in this video because it is kind of complicated, but Ky Bowman ended up uncommitting from the University of North Carolina for football, and he ended up committing to Boston College for basketball. Bowman played 3 years for Boston College, and in his third and final season for the team, he averaged 19 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, 4 assists per game on 40% shooting. So obviously he was an absolute stud at Boston College, and he carried his team his junior year. He also led the entire NCAA in minutes per game at 39.4 minutes per game, which is absolutely ridiculous. I calculated it out, and that's an average of 35 seconds of rest per game. The dude came out for 35 seconds a game. That is absolutely ridiculous. He was the heart and soul of the Boston College team, and this is what led to him leaving after his junior year and entering his name into the NBA draft. Despite a very, very solid junior season at Boston College, Ky Bowman ended up going undrafted, and he signed with the Warriors the day after the draft. So even though he did go undrafted, the Warriors recognized his talent, they recognized he was balling out in college, and they signed him the day after the draft. After a solid showing in Summer League, Ky made the final roster and was put as the backup point guard for the Warriors. Obviously, this changed very quickly after Steph Curry's injury. Now that he is out for a number of months, Ky Bowman has been put in as a starting point guard for the Golden State Warriors, and I'll be honest with you. When I looked at the Warriors roster, when I looked at their lineup after Steph Curry got hurt, I had no idea who Ky Bowman was, and I kind of made fun of him. But after checking Ky Bowman out, after watching a few games, after checking out his college highlights, this dude can ball. And so far his numbers haven't been anything special, but they have been pretty solid. Right now he's averaging 9 points per game, around 3 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game on 45% shooting. So, like I said, nothing special, but for a guy who went undrafted, for a guy who wasn't expected to do anything this season, dude has showed out, and he's actually scoring and being more of an efficient of a player than most of the other rookies have been so far this season. From what I've seen, Ky Bowman is an elite scorer for a point guard, especially at his size. The dude can flat out score, he's a good shooter, he's a great slasher, he's also a solid passer. So he's not just a scorer, I think he does a good job finding his teammates as well, and he's not a bad defender either. I think for the NBA he is a little undersized, and he might have some problems with some of the bigger guys in the league, but decent defender, gets a lot of steals, gets in passing lanes. He is an athletic freak at the point guard position. Dude is an all-around monster. And I think that the Warriors, even though obviously Steph Curry getting injured sucks, I think that developing Ky Bowman, getting him this early experience, getting him a ton of minutes early in his career is only going to benefit them. And once Steph Curry comes back, I think that Ky Bowman could be a very valuable player off the bench for the Warriors, along with all the other young guys that are getting minutes right now for them. Thanks for watching. Please let me know what you thought. Let me know your thoughts on Ky Bowman, and if you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks a ton. I'll see you in the next one.